Hello everyone and welcome to part 93. I am relieved because I've managed to get Hercules Carpetarimon this time. Although it did cost me a lot of discipline. And a few sirloins. The techniques I've got, I thought Bug, Green Trap and Poison Claw will probably win it. Bug, because it's very powerful and can damage status. Green Trap, because it can also damage status. And Poison Claw, again, it can damage status. And it's also a quick attack, doesn't use up much MP. Now, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm basically trying to restore back a fair bit of discipline. So I'm offering him a small recovery. I'm hoping he'll decline it, and then I'll scold him. And the reason why I left and I'm now going back in is because if I was after scolding him, if I was then to offer him another small recovery, he'd then take it. But if I leave, go to somewhere else, and then do it again, he may decline it again. Obviously, it didn't there. Did there. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get the discipline back to the very, very maximum. I'll probably just get it into the positive or something. I'm not quite sure about the praise and scold command. I know that if you just do it naturally, then the praise boosts your happiness by a bit and lowers your discipline, and obviously if you scold randomly then it does it the other way round. I know that when your Digimon refuses to take something that you offer, that's when you can successfully scold them, and their discipline obviously goes up by a bit and happiness stays the same. I don't know if there's any other time when it's where you can successfully scold them, and I don't know if there's a time when you can successfully praise them. Like, yeah, if there's a time when you should praise them and it would like boost their happiness by more, or maybe boost their happiness without lowering their discipline, or if there's other times in which you can scold them where it will have the effect that this is doing. I'm not sure. But as long as you avoid care mistakes and do what your Digimon wants it to do, you should be able to keep happiness and discipline firmly in the positive. It is a mystery what happened to all those techniques, but fortunately, the techniques that I've lost, it shouldn't be a problem, because I lost the filth, the machine, the ice, and one earth. Obviously I went from in training Digimon to Kunamon, Kunamon to Carpetarimon, Carpetarimon to Hercules Carpetarimon, all of which are Insectoid Digimon, excluding the Entraining Digimon. Obviously Kunamon, Carpetarimon, Hercules Carpetarimon are all Insectoid Digimon. They all have Earth as their first nature, and it's not the end of the world that I lost Moss Shield. My stats are at the maximum, so Moss Shield wouldn't do anything. Fortunately, I've got every other Earth technique, as well as the other techniques that these Digimon can learn, because they all have more than one nature. So basically the only technique that these Digimon can't do that they would have been able to do is Moss Shield, but that's not the end of the world. So, oh dear. I checked the status and he did not need to go. Now this is a bit of a nuisance. It's alright, I'll go with it. I'll just go to Trash Mountain and get him turned back. At least it empties my Care Mistake Gorge, which is something. Takes off the pressure of this happening. Although it isn't, kind of annoying that it did happen. Well, it's not the end of the world, I'll just go... Well, firstly we'll clear things up here, and then it will be straight to Trash Mountain. Yeah. I'll transform back, no problems. If only King Sukamon let us stay at Trash Mountain, we would be much closer friends. But instead, we only use him for turning Sukamon back, and that is, at the end of the day, King Sukamon's only purpose. That is all you go there for. I mean, I know there's the fishing rod and stuff, but King Sukamon's only purpose really is turning Sukamon back into your other Digimon. I'm just checking for any shit that's lying around. I know it's a bit silly clearing it up because no doubt more is just going to get put down, but just thought I'd clear it up anyway, because although I probably will have more care mistakes, I will try to avoid them when it's easy to. But I'm sure I will have more. I'll check the item shop, see if there's anything in here. Check the restaurant. Right, so yeah, Birdra Transport's the place to be. To Gear Savannah, I guess. Yeah, Gear Savannah. Going through Factorial Town through to Gear Savannah that way probably isn't much longer, and it's free, but... Am I going to get into a battle? Or if I just quick... Oh wait, I can't, can I? I've only got a horizontal kick. I was going to say equip some powerful techniques, and I remembered all I've got is horizontal kick. But I managed to avoid the Digimon anyway. Even when your stats are halfway to the maximum, Sukamon's always useless. every filth Digimon is. They only give you 1 prosperity point despite being champions. Every other champion gives you 2 prosperity points. Ultimates give you 3, rookies give you 1. To be honest, filth Digimon are worse than rookies. So we visit King Sukamon again, who's probably... Yep, he's less happy to see us. Every time you see him, he gets less and less happy to see you. But he still does what you want him to do. So does King Sukamon only exist in the games, or is there a King Sukamon in the Digimon series? I ask because I have no idea. I got Hercules Carboterimon again. Because I'm sure that there are some Digimon that don't actually exist in the series, they only exist in the games. And I believe Hercules Carboterimon is actually an example. You'll see Tentamon digivolves to Carboterimon, Carboterimon to Mega Carboterimon. Apparently there is no Hercules Carboterimon in the Digimon series. And I just wonder if King Etamon is also an example. Ah, Rain Plant, how useless. It's useful once, because you need it to recruit Vegemon, but then it's never useful again. Unless you want to sell it for 500 or recover 1000 MP, but other than that, the Rain Plant's only ever useful once. Or should I say vital once? I don't think useful is a strong enough word. I think vital, because recruiting Vegemon is vital if you want the medal for maximum recruits. Right, so I believe it is basically, from now on, a case of us just resting until the 22nd day. Is the only thing I can think of that I need to do with Hercules Carboterimon is the Beetle Tournament. We have to wait until day 22. So we've got a bit of a wait, and then... well, it's all going according to plan. All I have to do is win the first 2 matches, purposely lose the final, and hope for Kawagomon's Digivolution item, and all is good. So yeah, I'm just really trying to rest as quickly as possible. I just want to get to day 22 as quickly as possible, so I'm just resting as quickly as possible. I'm allowing care mistakes, although I will, you know, avoid it if it's easy to. I will avoid a care mistake if it's easy to, but if it happens, it happens. I'm just resting as quickly as possible, not feeding him. Nothing like that, just trying to pass the time as quickly as possible. Because he won't digivolve to Sukamon again, not before the Beetle Cup. And I don't really care about his weight or anything like that. It's not like he's going to digivolve or anything, so really it's just a case of Beetle Cup and then waiting for him to fade away. And I probably will let him fade away. I probably won't go to a battle and intentionally lose all my life or anything like that. I probably will just let him fade away, because I can't imagine he'll be far away from it. So yeah, it's easy to avoid a care mistake here, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, but he'll be 17 at the time of the Beetle tournament, so he should fade away quite quickly, so I'll let him fade away. I won't have it get his head kicked in. Not to mention that his stats are at the maximum, so it'd probably be quite hard. It would probably be, if I was to lose all his life, probably be a case of getting him sick 3 times and dying that way, but he'll fade away. He shouldn't live for too long after the Beetle tournament. I might even need to prolong his life just to get to the Beetle tournament. Means I'll get to choose what egg, and yeah, basically anything other than the green. Every egg other than the green, I need twice. Because I've not got any rookie Digimon from any of the eggs other than the green. Although I have had the pink egg, but obviously that led to Kunamon, not a natural rookie for those Digimon, so yeah. But to sum up the Beetle tournament, I find the difficulty isn't really anything too spectacular. But really, with the Beetle Cup, you've got, if you're not Hercules Carpalterimon, then there will be a Hercules Carpalterimon who will be like the Predator. Yeah, he'll be the one to watch out for. He'll win most battles. There will... Old cloth. Why can't I get the Ninjamon Digivolution item? Because basically, with the Beetle Cup, I know you've got, if I remember rightly, like the random Digimon, such as Tentamon, Wormmon, and those Dragonfly Digimon. And then, basically, there's also Kunamon, Carpalterimon, Kuwagamon, and Hercules Carpalterimon, but they only show if you're not them. For example, Kunamon will only show if you're not Kunamon. Carpalterimon will only show if you're not Carpalterimon. Kuwagamon will only show if you're not Kuwagamon. Hercules Carpalterimon will only show if you're not Hercules Carpalterimon. But yeah, there's Kunamon, Kuwagamon, Carpalterimon, Hercules Carpalterimon, and then just random Digimon like Wormmon, Tentamon, the Dragonfly Digimon. And to be honest, the only Digimon to look out for are Kuwagamon and Carpalterimon, who are relatively tough, and Hercules Carpalterimon, who's like the biggest threat, the Predator, the main guy, you know. Obviously I am Hercules Carpalterimon, so there won't be a Hercules Carpalterimon, but there will be Kuwagamon, Carpalterimon, and Kunamon, plus the random Digimon. And seeing as I need to lose the final, ideally I need to hope that I don't meet Kuwagamon or Carpalterimon in the early rounds, and I also need to hope that they don't get knocked out, because ideally I want either Kuwagamon or Carpalterimon in the final, because I need to lose, and if I just select defensive or whatever, then they should be able to beat me quite easily. It's just if I get a final with like Kunamon or something, it might be different, because before I select defensive I might do an attack, and it might do serious damage, and then Kunamon might not be able to overtake me, even if I select defensive or whatever. So hopefully hopefully the final will be against either Kuwagamon or Carpentarimon, and I'll get the Feeble in position in the earlier rounds. But, yeah, don't quote me on any of this. This is just what I think. I'm pretty sure that if you were to enter with, say, a Kunamon, then there would be Kuwagamon, Carpentarimon, Hercules Carpentarimon, plus the random Digimon. If you were to enter with Carpentarimon, there'd be Kunamon, Kuwagamon, Hercules Carpentarimon, and the random Digimon. If you were to enter with Kuwagamon, there'd be Kunamon, Carpentarimon, Hercules Carpentarimon. And if you were to enter with Hercules Carpentarimon, there'd be Kunamon, Kuwagamon, and Carpentarimon. Not to mention all the random Digimon every time. And the only Digimon you can enter with are Kunamon, Carpentarimon, Kuwagamon, Hercules Carpentarimon. Although, personally, I would only ever enter it with Carpentarimon, Kuwagamon, and Hercules Carpentarimon. I wouldn't enter it with Kunamon. All credit to those of you that have entered with a Kunamon, and all the more credit to those of you who've entered with a Kunamon and won. But it's just with the attacks that they have, like Hercules Carpentarimon having like Bug and like Green Trap, and like Carpentarimon having like Prominence Beam, and you know, all the threatening attacks that they have, and you have Kunamon who has not that many and not that great attacks, it would be quite tricky. And they would presumably have superior stats unless you really soup up your Kunamon. Obviously you can't enter with like Wormmon or... Am I saying Wormmon? It's not Wormmon, it's... the green Kunamon. Decunamon, is it called? Decunamon, something like that. Yeah, not Wormmon. What am I talking about? Not Wormmon, Decunamon. But yeah, obviously you can't enter with like a Tentamon or a Decunamon or one of those Dragonfly Digimon or whatever, because, well, you can't get them. You can't Digivolve to them, so you can't get them, so you can't enter with them. You can only compete against them. And speaking of Tentamon, that actually reminds me, I know I mentioned that I probably never would have figured out how to get Kunamon had I not been told, and but I may have eventually sussed out that Kunamon was the other rookie Digimon. Now that I think about it, I actually seem to remember thinking that the other rookie Digimon was Tentamon, and when so I just remember thinking that maybe I had to get Tentamon somehow or something, but well, obviously that wasn't the case. Kunamon was the other Digimon. Yeah, the nightmare of the tournaments, which was a persistent nightmare for a very long time, trying to get 100 championship wins, trying to enter each and every tournament, having to seriously consider my Digivolutions solely because of the tournaments and everything. It was a nightmare, and I hoped the nightmare of the tournaments would be over, but unfortunately that's not the case, because there is still the Beetle tournament. Although I am only doing it for the prize item, it doesn't count towards a medal or anything. We're getting there. It was day 18, so we are getting there. Slowly. If I complete the Digivolution chart before 10 years are up, then I suppose I will then be left with the boring duty of just trying my hardest to pass time until 10 years have passed. I don't know how long it's going to take to get all these Digivolutions and stuff, and complete the Digivolution chart, but if I do it before 10 years are up, then the next frustrating task will be me just twiddling my thumbs until 10 years have passed. That might be the case, that might be the last repetitive task, waiting for 10 years to pass before I get the 15th and final medal. I guess it'll just be, if that is the way of things, and I guess I'll just be resting repeatedly. And I'll have absolutely no care for my Digimon whatsoever. I'd be given an egg, and I would just rest. I wouldn't feed it, wouldn't prevent care mistakes, wouldn't do anything like that. To be honest, Sukamon would be a very persistent Digimon. So would Numamon. But it does not matter. Resting causes an hour to pass. Doesn't matter what Digimon you rest with, time's all the same. I'm sure it's no stretch to anyone's imagination that my Digimon's weight has fallen to 1. And when it reaches midnight, he'll be 15. So that's basically the threshold age of a champion Digimon. But we've got an ultimate, so... In my experiences, a baby Digimon in training Digimon and rookie Digimon can't fade away because they always digivolve way before they fade away. Although it is possible for them to fade away if you force feed them loads and loads of devil chips, because each devil chip shortens your Digimon's lifespan by a day. And I have had a rookie fade away, but I think that's the worst I've ever had. But they don't fade away naturally because they always digivolve before that. Champions live to about 15, ultimates live to about 18. My experiences only, that is. That's of course if you don't seriously influence anything, aka making them neck back a load of devil chips or making them neck back a load of chain melons or whatever. Because things like that would influence it. It would influence it considerably if you were to do loads and loads of it. Well, it's day 20, so only 2 days left to go. I assume that the Beetle tournament works the same way as the other tournaments, in that you enter it at the same time, in that you register for it at the same time and enter for it at the same time. So you have to register for it before a certain time, and then you enter it after a certain time, and it's all on day 22. But when I get closer to day 22, I may consider not saving. I might consider, because obviously I'm saving and sleeping, but when I get on to day 22, I might consider being careful, because I wouldn't want to like save and sleep and then find out I can't enter the tournament or whatever. So I have to try and keep my wits about me. So I think this will be the end of the part, so thank you everyone for watching, and hope you enjoyed.